Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So Abby and I are headed over to Biloxi, Mississippi this weekend, and this is the weekend that we're going to go over and visit Russ Jones from Smokey Ribs Barbecue. So me and Russ are going to get together and do our little collaboration video and smoke some ribs and cook some good food. And while we're there, we're going to enjoy the weekend over in Biloxi. We're going to be over there for a couple days. We're going to be staying at one of the casinos and enjoying ourselves. So we're pretty excited about it. We're on our way there now. We're just now leaving Mobile, and I figured that along the way we might try to get a couple of cool shots, you know, driving shots of something nice that we see. And then after that, hopefully we'll get some cool video around Biloxi this weekend, and of course over there with Russ, hanging out, smoking some ribs and enjoying ourselves that way. So here we go. We are on our way, and we'll bring you back. All right guys, we made it over here to Russ Jones, his place, and he's getting ready to he's already been smoking up some ribs, and he's gonna cook some crawfish here in a little bit.
Yep.
But I'm excited about it. He's got it smelling good over here.
Yeah, we're gonna fire these crawfish up here momentarily. I'm using a steaming method, believe it or not. And no, I'm not from the East Coast. It's not what you think. You're actually steaming the crawfish, but they will go into a soaking liquid and absorb all of them flavors just like if you were boiling them. The steaming actually just helps making sure they're perfect as far as the texture goes, and they're super clean when they come out of that steam.
That's one thing that you just explained to me that I'd never even realized, is that most people purge their crawfish in water and salt, and Russ said that with the steaming type of cook, that actually purges them and cooks them
right pretty much
at the same time. So that's pretty cool. That's something that I didn't know about.
Yeah, the salt and water has been kind of debunked, you know, over the last few years.
I had some viewers that said that on my channel,
and it's really a waste of time. If anything, it just kills your crawfish. And most people nowadays just clean them thoroughly, and that's one advantage of the steaming. It thoroughly cleans them.
Right.
I mean, big time. You'll see there'll be mud in the bottom of that pot when I'm done.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. He's got his rocket pots over here that I get to see for the first time, which is super cool. And he's been showing me his hot seasoning in there. That he's gonna have these suckers fired up today, man.
Yeah, I got some Chinese hot pepper. So
he's like, "You like it spicy?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like it spicy." He started pulling out these bags of the spice, man. It's like, all right, well, I'm gonna be a trooper though. So I'm gonna give them a shot of your cooker and the grill, and then we're gonna get to it.
All right,
we're gonna do some smoking.
Sounds good.
So here's his Cajun Rocket Pots. What size is that one?
This is 120 quart.
Okay, 120 quart
Yep.
Rocket Pot.
7 inches of water in there.
Okay, and these are really cool. He shows them on his channel. He does some reviews and some cooks, and they're awesome. And this is his new one. It's the 140.
It's a 160 quart
160 quart.
But the basket, and there's a reason for that. The basket is actually for 120.
Okay.
But if you notice, it's sitting on this cross right here.
Right. Okay.
And I've got the water up to the cross. We're only going to be steaming, and
that's all the water that you use for the steam.
that's all I use.
Okay.
And the advantage of this basket, like I said, being the same size, is once I pull out of here, I can put it in here in the soak. Same size, fits both pots. But when it's boiling crawfish, the advantage is what I was explaining earlier. Your water will actually start circulating in a spiral motion like this.
Okay.
And in the center, it's like a washing machine. It's turning and churning,
yeah,
because of the smaller basket sitting on that cross piece.
Okay.
It's pretty amazing to watch.
Okay.
Won't be able to see that today because I am steaming, but boiling,
okay,
it's amazing.
Cool. Yeah, one of the things that you have to be mindful of, and when you're doing your boils, is making sure that you don't overcook, especially shrimp. Right. Is not to overcook them. So these have a really good advantage of getting the water up hot really fast once you dump your shrimp and stuff in there.
There's no guesswork in there because you can actually time it. You know, most people say, well, cook your shrimp so many minutes after it returns to a boil. Well, guess what? If it takes 30 minutes to return to the boil, your shrimp are well beyond done, and now they're mushy, now they're rubbery, they're burnt.
You can't get the peel off of them.
If you get a pot to go right back to an extreme boil just within like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, like these will do, then you're a whole lot better. You know.
Cool.
You know what's going on.
Well, I can't wait to try it, and actually I can't wait to try it at home too, because he surprised me. And he said he's got one right there that he wants me to take home. Yep,
that's a little 80 quart.
That's the 80 quart Rocket Pot.
That will do 1 sack of crawfish, no problem.
Awesome.
And a lot of shrimp, obviously.
So the advantage to the Rocket Pot is you got all those dowels on the bottom of it that work as a heat sink that help pull all that heat up into the pot really fast.
Exactly. Instead of your heat blowing up the sides and you're wasting all that heat, it's been absorbed by all the mass of the aluminum, and it's being transferred right into the water. Right.
All right. So we're going to be trying that out later on, and we'll get to see it. I'll have some video of it. So here's his new Texas style smoker that he got from let's see, Lonestar Grills, out of Willis, Texas. He just got this not even a month ago, I don't think.
About a month.
It's about a month now, and this thing is nice. I love it because it's fully fabricated. It's a fabricated smoker, and it's made out of 1/4 inch thick steel. Look at the door, you can see it right there. It's got a nice firebox right here with a nice 1/2 inch thick steel cut plate in there as for your wood grate, and up top he's got a griddle that you can use. Isn't that cool? So you can do burgers, bacon, whatever out here.
You can use it as a hot plate if you want to cook beans on it. You know.
Yeah, put you a pot on there. I'm assuming maybe you could use this as a warmer.
You could.
Very top of that.
Matter of fact, I did that last week.
Yeah.
I used it. I had a sauce, or a mop sauce.
Yeah.
I just left it here. It kept it hot the whole time.
Yeah.
But also there is a grate that goes in here that you can use as a grill also.
Oh, okay.
Cooking.
Yeah. And I do remember you showed a basket, a snake method basket.
Oh yeah.
That's down there on the floor there.
I can't really sit. I got everything piled up on top of it. But,
yeah, maybe we'll check that out later. But he's got a basket that goes in there that has sections in it so that the charcoal burns in the snake method. Instead of burning it all at one time, it just follows it around.
Yeah, let's say you're wanting to do a brisket, which takes a long time, 12-14 hours on a smoker like this.
Yeah.
You can apply your smoke to it, let's say the first 3 to 4 hours. That's about all you want smoke to really hit the meat anyway.
Yeah.
You can let your fire go out, replace it with this charcoal basket, and it'll finish cooking the brisket for the remainder of the time and maintain the proper temperature. You can go in there and go to bed. Once you get it dialed in, it's going to run all night long.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm looking forward to learning some of that stuff and getting to experience it myself. So that's what we got going on, and Russ has got his camera set up there, and I think we're going to do a little bit of hanging out, maybe even some question and answer later on, and just kind of get to know each other a little bit. So we're gonna get back to some cooking here, and we'll bring you back soon.
This thing, I wish I had the one that folded down so I could walk in a little bit closer, because I'm so short and I have to grab it with my other hand to get it all the way up. Yes, sir. Looking good. They pulling off the bones good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave them just like that. It was the maple syrup that I put in there that done that. Oh, you got a gimbal for that. Cool. All right, my buddy Adam is here. Adam, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Russ. I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad to meet you finally.
Yeah, it's good to meet you.
Adam's got the channel A-Bomb79. He does machinist work. Very popular channel. Man, he's knocking them dead. Last time I looked, he was over 120,000 subscribers. I noticed a video the other day you did, man. It had like 35,000 views, like boom. I like, man, there's a big interest in what you do.
Some of the videos that I put out, mainly the Saturday night special and machining specific videos, will hit between 30 and 40,000 views in, I'd say, within 1 week.
Wow, that's fantastic. I'm only doing like a fourth of that. So.
well, you do some awesome videos, though, man.
I appreciate it.
And I watch every one of them, and I'm sure everybody else that watches your videos does too, because you put out some great content yourself.
Yeah, I'm getting a pretty good following. It's a lot of fun, and that's how it all started for me, was just out of fun, you know.
Yeah.
What made you even think about doing a YouTube video with machine work, of all things?
Well, how it started for me was that I had enjoyed sharing pictures of my work and my machine work, and even other things like my cars and stuff. This was back whenever the web forums were still really popular, and everybody was going on forums, a chat room type thing. And I started sharing pictures of my daily work on Practical Machinist, and I had a thread on there, and it became really popular, and a lot of views. Everybody was looking at it, and so a little time went by, a couple years, and I started learning about these GoPro cameras. So I was like, I'd like to get one of these little GoPro cameras and maybe get some machining video put on YouTube to share. And so that's what I did. It took me about 6 months to work up the courage to actually take a video and post it on YouTube. And as soon as I did, I started seeing those views and people commenting on it. And I was like, this is pretty cool. So I instantly bought software to edit videos, and I started stepping up my game, and I made it a couple fully edited videos and put it out there. And that's how it started. And everybody's been watching them since, you know. It just
How long you been with your YouTube channel now? How many years?
4 years now.
4 years. Wow.
Actually, I believe May, so in about a month, next month is about 4 years of officially putting videos out.
Yeah, you're doing awesome.
YouTube.
This July will be 5 years for me.
Really?
Yeah, 5 years. It's went by in a hurry too.
It has really flown by. And
Yeah,
I noticed you're getting really close to 100,000.
Yeah, I'm gaining very fast. I expect to be there probably in a month and a half.
That's great. You'll be getting your silver play button then.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
That's really cool to get that in the mail.
I
It's
bet.
a nice achievement, you know.
Yeah, it is.
But it's all for fun. I still do it for fun. It's making videos for me is fun, and because I have such an audience there that enjoy watching my videos and learning from what I do, I try to do it in an educational format as well as entertain a little bit as well, and show a little bit of outside the shop stuff like I'm doing right now,
right
outside the shop. And I have fans out there all over the world that just absolutely love what I put out there. So that drives me to just continue doing what I do and make videos and share my work.
That's like me, man. Just the people commenting and the people that really appreciate the effort you go through to put out these videos. That's the driving force. That's what keeps you going. That's what keeps you motivated.
Right. It is. I like reading those comments that I get every week, and you know, you get those real hardcore fans that leave you a comment every week, and just it's very enjoyable to read those comments and know that you're helping somebody, and they get something out of what the work that you put into making those videos, because it is work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work to make these things.
Yeah, that it is. And I tell you what, you need to go over there to ABomb79. I'll have a link in the description box in the iCard above as well, and check out what this man does. It'll amaze you. Really, really talented.
Thanks, Russ. I appreciate it, man. You know, I got to tell you how I found your channel. I didn't find it from searching for you for barbecue or anything. One of my friends, his name is Dennis Nolan, and he works for Niagara Cutter. Have you ever heard of Niagara Cutter?
Mm-mm.
They make cutting tools for machine shops, you know, machine tools.
Okay.
They've been around a long time. He's one of their head lead designers for their cutting tools. But anyway, I met him last summer at the 2016 Bar Z Bash out in California, and we got to talking, and he's the one that told me about you. He goes, man, I watched this guy named Russ Jones, Smokey Ribs Barbecue. And he goes, I know you like doing barbecue. You need to check him out. So I came home and I found your channel, and I've been watching you ever since.
I do remember you telling me that story.
Really?
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
So he actually, when I mentioned you in my other video that I was coming over, he sent me an email.
Really?
And he said, hey, let him know that I sent you to him. So
cool.
There it is.
What's his name again?
His name is Dennis Nolan.
Dennis Nolan. Thanks, bro.
For Niagara Cutter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, how did you get started doing barbecue? I mean, I assume that you've probably been barbecuing your whole life.
Yeah, I've been cooking basically since I was old enough to like camp out in the backyard.
Yeah.
And I used to study my mother. You know, she'd be in there cooking. And that's basically, I mean, she'd get up before anybody and make breakfast and then lunch and then supper.
Right.
And she was always in the kitchen. And I'm always hanging around at the table. And as I got older, I started quizzing her. Well, what are you doing now? Why are you doing that? Because I was interested in it. Because I was going to go in the backyard. I'm going to cook too, you know, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And so I kind of started getting a passion for it then. And then in adulthood, you know, I bought my first grill. I think it was one of these hibachi, little cheap hibachi grills. You just put a couple steaks on.
Yeah.
That was my first grilling experience. My dad never owned a grill, not that I remember. And I don't remember ever having grilled food until I was an adult, you know, and started doing it myself.
Yeah.
And but as you know, through my channel, it's not all barbecue, it's not all grilling. I do a host of other things: Cajun cuisine, Southern, seafood, you know, just things that I was raised on, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the YouTube channel, I've kind of stumbled across it. I've heard of YouTube, you know, since the beginning of it, and never really went there. And one day I did, and I was looking through barbecue channels. And I got to look, and I'm like, man, I can do this, you know. I didn't even know you could make money from it. I had no idea you could make money from YouTube.
Right.
And I'm like, this would be a cool hobby. So I started with a little iPhone 4 and started my channel, and there you go. People starting to watch and started to get a little following, you know, and it just grew out of that to what it is today.
Right.
But I was 6 months into it before I realized you could actually make money with YouTube, and that gave me more motivation. But it's not all about the money. I still do it because I love doing it, you know.
I have a very similar situation there where I was doing YouTube for almost that first full year before I realized what monetization was on YouTube.
Right.
I had no idea, so I monetized my channel, you know, and now you make a little bit off of it.
That's right.
It's really cool. But yeah,
absolutely.
We don't do it for the income. We do it because we love what we do. Yeah. You know, we love sharing what we do, and you do an awesome job at it, you know, and your videos are very professional too. You know, you get right to the point. You have really good editing. You show exactly what the viewer wants to see, and it's great. That's why, and you got a great personality too. You know?
I appreciate it.
Everybody likes watching you and listening to you.
Another good aspect of it is the doors that it opens up through being able to work with other companies, you know, just like the Lonestar Grills here, the Cajun Rocket Pots, and a host of others. You know, it's opened a lot of doors in that avenue as well, you know, that area. Yeah. And I'm sure it has for you as well.
It has for me. I've got several tooling companies that, you know, they reach out to me and they talk with me and say, hey, we'd like to help you out, you know, and so I've got several companies, you know, that I work with that like to contribute to not only me and my shop, but the machining YouTube community as a whole, you know. So it's really great working with some of those outside people that want to be a part of the community out there.
Absolutely.
And, you know, and it helps us out. You know?
Yeah, it does.
It really does helps us out.
Big time. Absolutely. Well, Adam, I think we're getting ready to fire up some crawfish here. What do you think?
I'm ready, man.
These ribs are getting close. I need to check on them.
Okay.
And we're going to be pigging out here shortly.
Yeah, we got the you got the ribs on the smoker here, and we got some crawfish over there in the basket, and we're getting ready to boil some down, man. I can't wait. I love me some boiled crawfish, and I will admit this. I never admitted this. I've never cooked crawfish before.
Really?
I've only done shrimp and seafood, but I mean, I just haven't done crawfish.
Now, we're not boiling these, we're steaming these,
Steaming them,
and
that's
he's going to see firsthand this steaming method, and he's going to see the difference that it makes in crawfish. You're going to be a believer once you eat these, I promise you.
I'll probably be going home and trying it myself.
Yep.
After this.
It does require 2 pots, but outside of that, you'll love it.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm ready.
All right,
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
One of Russ's little tricks that he does is he kind of gets the wood pre-burnt, but he did say that this wood that he got when he got his new smoker wasn't really fully seasoned all the way yet, so he's having to use it. That's what he found here. But he gets it burning and gets it hot, kind of gets all the heavy smoke off of it, and then he just adds a log to the smoker as he does his cooks. This was maybe 5 minutes. And he's got that water coming up to a rolling boil.
We're fixing to turn it red.
Yeah. He's going to drop his seasoning in here. So this is going to be the soak pot for the crawfish. He's going to steam them over here in this pot. And after he steams them, he's going to drop it over here in this water. And this is what's going to have all the spices in it. He's going to drop the temp down to, I believe, somewhere around 150, 55 degrees or something like that. That's a nice regulator you got on that thing.
Yeah, now what I'm going to give you is got the same regulator.
Nice.
See how that boil didn't change?
Yeah.
Once you get it up to boil, it'll sit there and hold it.
That's what you want. A lot of guys are using the little turkey fryers, you know, the little cheapo cookers, and they just don't do a good job. A lot of times it's those stupid little cheap regulators that you can't adjust. You can't get enough gas to them. I usually put the whole bottle in there whenever I do them.
Real lemon juice going in. This is a little bag of onions that I pureed with a little bit of water earlier, along with some celery. That helps it just completely dissolve. There's no solids in there.
Oh, okay. Man, that already smells good enough to drink.
Bay leaf?
Yeah, a couple.
There we go. Jar of pickled jalapenos, diced or sliced, I'm sorry. Normally this calls for like 4 cups of cayenne. This is not even a cup, it's close to it. And I'll explain why here in a second. Instead of the cayenne being the predominant pepper in here, we're going with this Chinese red pepper. I don't need to add all this, but I think I am going to add about half.
All right. Make them hot. You want me to pull it up?
Yeah.
There you go. All right, our sinuses are about to get cleared out here in a second. Frog Bone Bone Reaper hot sauce. Not much, just about a quarter bottle.
Yeah, it continues that same boil, even though the gas is cut way down.
Yeah. Yep. Still boiling good. This smells really good, man. I guess for guys like us that like, you know, the Cajun seafood spice, this smells great. Boy, you can see it just shooting out of the middle there.
Like a volcano, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, I've never seen it do that before.
That's crazy. All right, now here's the trick. We're gonna leave the lid off and we're gonna let this cool down and check it from time to time. When it gets down to about 155, we're gonna fire this up and steam the crawfish. We want this to ultimately be somewhere around 145 degrees, no lower than 135 while they're soaking.
Okay.
That's the safe level. The crawfish will not cook at 145 degrees, and anything under 135, you know what I'm saying, is not necessarily safe.
Yeah.
Food wise, so you want to be in that variable right there.
Okay.
And they will sink and they will suck up all this seasoning. But we're gonna leave the lid off to let some of this heat disperse.
Okay.
Some people, like if they're doing this, keeping a lot of sacks rolling, they'll take a water hose and they'll, actually I seen a contraption today, it sits right on top and it squirts water down the sides to help pull the pot off quicker. You know.
Okay. I've seen the trick, people spray it with water.
Spray it down with water. Now on an actual boil, you can take either ice and put in with your mix. You got to step up your spices to allow for that extra water that's being melted into it.
Yeah.
But that'll cool it down real fast. But we're not worried about speed here. We just want to let this drop down naturally.
There you go.
So.
My name, I was a Jones, remember?
He's got the seasoning down to around 160 degrees, so he's going to go ahead and get the big pot cooking, and he's going to steam some crawfish. He's already getting steam. It's only been a few minutes. He's going to steam them for 4 minutes, and then he's going to pull them out of here and then drop them into the seasoning pot.
All right. I tell you what, Derek. You grab a glove, I'll grab a glove. Take the lid off. Look at all that foam.
Yeah. There was just a little bit of water in there too.
Oh, sorry. Oh my God, look at this. Ooh, dog.
Oh, yeah, that's hot. Stupid.
I'm getting out of the way. I'm not going with it.
All right, let's let them soak about 5. We'll stir it up. Soak about 5, stir it up.
I'm mighty fine, Russ. Good old.
Russ talks about how clean this is, doing it this method, is that it's a very clean cook.
Yeah.
Well, remember that clear water?
Yeah.
It ain't so clear now. I have seen a lot muddier. These are river crawfish, and they're not near as muddy as a lot of the farm raised you see in the ponds.
Yeah.
Normally this looks almost black.
Really?
Because of the muddy crawfish.
Is that the mud on the side too?
Yeah, that's all from that crawfish, all that dirt, mud, and it cleans them good, man. But like I said, river crawfish, that's your best tasting, but they're clean when you buy them. Very little cleaning has to be done on them.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start trying some of the food. The crawfish are still over here soaking, getting real hot, and Derek said that they pretty spicy. So we're gonna be getting to them shortly. So there's some of the ribs. That is a homemade yeast roll, deviled egg, Jack Daniel's barbecue beans or baked beans, right?
Yeah,
Jack Daniel's
baked beans, barbecue baked beans.
Okay, he's got a video on that he just did, and then we got some homemade potato salad that looks excellent too. So we're getting ready to try some of this, and I'm ready. I'm hungry.
Them ribs are pretty good. They got just the right amount of smoke on them too.
All right. I bet they're gonna be awesome.
Perfect place, ain't it? Right there in the kayak. You just hose it off.
There, maybe that pot out front of there so don't get all that off there. Yeah.
All right, so we done moved on to the crawfish now. we done started eating them. That spice it's right on. My lips are starting to burn a little bit now. My tongue's starting to burn a little bit now. We got that spice on, but here's the crawfish down here in the canoe, and those spices are just right. We've been talking about it, you know, me and Russ, and he's got that figured out. He's got a great recipe, putting all of the different boil in there and all the different stuff that we already shown, and they're excellent. They got a excellent flavor, unlike I've ever had before, and it's just great. So we're done. We're just eating some crawfish now. We're gonna enjoy these things and kick back and have some beer. So I hope you guys enjoyed following along today and what we've been doing over here. And I told Russ I appreciate the hospitality.
Oh man, anytime.
Coming over here.
This is a lot of fun.
Oh, it is.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
And I'm not too far from him, about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. So it was really fun to come over here and hang out with Russ and watch him do his magic and get to eat some barbecue and some crawfish. Yeah.
They don't necessarily pair together, but today they do, don't they?
Oh yeah, man.
Everything goes good with beer.
It's awesome. All right, guys, we'll see you later, okay?
Rusty beer goes good with beer.
Yeah,
So this is the dessert that Russ's wife made. It's a strawberry cheesecake. I can't remember the exact term of it, but it looks awesome. We're getting ready to dive into that. What do you think, Russ?
I'm ready.
It looks good. So
It's going to be a good way to end a fantastic meal.
you got that right.